Okay, so you may or may not be familiar with DK Oldies. What DK Oldies is an online retro gaming shop where you can buy consoles, games, stuff like that. For all the way from like Atari 2600 all the way to like PS4, Xbox One, stuff like that. And I mean, they've been getting shit for several years at this point, but of course, over time things can get better, or in this case, much worse. And yeah, so last year I made a video on my other channel. You know, the one I used before I was canceled. I made a video. I believe it was titled "I will never buy from DK Oldies" or something like that. I don't exactly remember that video's title, but I do remember what I did in it. What I did in it was I essentially pointed out that they were extremely overpriced. Compared prices on like eBay and stuff like that. And I even did a parody of the shorts. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the people that work there, I'm sure they're nice people. Especially Sam, and I think her name was Britt. I don't remember her name. But I'm sure, especially those two. But I'm sure they're very nice people. I'm sure they are nice people. But of course, the company itself doesn't necessarily have the best reputation for reasons I'm obviously going to get into. Yeah, but yeah. Again, I've mentioned already that they overpriced their stuff, which they do. But before I get started explaining this stuff, let me know if you want me to like get that video from that channel and upload it here. Because, yeah, you might not understand what I'm talking about. But, unless I did that, or you watch other people, but let me know. And, yeah. So, the first thing I want to tackle, obviously, the prices. Now, I got some stuff here on the side to give examples of, right? So, first thing I want to do, Pokemon Yellow. Now, this is an authentic Pokemon Yellow cartridge. Again, authentic. You can tell it's authentic because it says Nintendo Game Boy up top. And you probably can't see it, but because it's small and like slightly engraved, but it says made in Japan. So I'm going to bring up price charting and the DK Oldies website to let you know, compare prices. Now, I mentioned in a video last week, on my birthday in fact, on Saturday, I talked about the memories I had with this Game Boy Advance and in Pokemon Yellow. I mentioned that I got this cartridge from a classmate back in my junior year of high school. And I also had a copy of Pokemon Red and a version of Yellow that came with this Game Boy Advance. To emphasize, this is not the exact cartridge I got when my one friend gave me the Game Boy Advance back in 8th grade. This is not the same cartridge. This is a different Pokemon Yellow cartridge. But I ended up getting all three cartridges for free. For free, by the way. As well as this Game Boy Advance. Well, technically, I kind of did give my one friend back then, back in 8th grade, I did end up giving him a $1 coin in exchange for the Game Boy and that first copy of Yellow. So technically, I got it for free, but at the same time, I kind of did barter with him, which is kind of like a business. So I kind of got him for free, but I also didn't. So while I was explaining that, I had the DK Oldies website, like, loading up and everything. For, this Pokemon Yellow, Fun fact, by the way, Pokemon Yellow is my favorite version of the Gen 1 games. Even over Blue version, which is the first Pokemon game I ever played. Blue, I prefer Yellow. So, there are multiple versions of Pokemon Yellow. There's the blister version of Pokemon Yellow. Doesn't have a price for whatever reason on price charting. The PAL version of Pokemon Yellow is $31.83. The Japanese version, which for some reason the Japanese versions of games tend to be cheaper than even the English versions, which I don't understand. The Japanese version is $18.18. And the English version, which once again I own authentically, is $49.18. Almost $50 just for a cartridge. I managed to get mine for free. To see how much DK Oldies is charging. I fucking hate ads. DK Oldies is, for a good condition cartridge, is charging $134.99 for a good condition cartridge. It's cartridge only. $134.99. For a cosmetically flawed cartridge, which mine is, for example, it's cosmetically flawed because, faded label. Because, again, it's old. But if you want a cosmetically flawed cartridge, it's $89.99. Just for the cartridge. If you want a complete in-box copy of Pokemon Yellow, like the box, cartridge, manual, $449.99. So you're basically paying $450 for a complete in-box copy of Yellow. Again, that's box, manual, and cartridge. And to prove I'm not joking, yeah, complete in box, by the way. And again, I got this for free from a classmate back in junior year of high school. And to prove to you I'm not joking about, oh, there's an ad, go away. To prove I'm not joking about the prices of Yellow. Again, I own an English copy of it at $49.18. Just for a cartridge. DK Oldies is charging $90 for a cosmetically flawed cartridge on its own. I got mine for free.
What are you playing?
I'm not playing anything right now. I'm recording.
Hi, I'm homophobe. I'm kidding.
What that was
And this is mine now.
That's mine, but
it's
okay.
mine now. I'm kidding. Listen to it rattle though.
Yeah, it's old. That's the motherboard.
It's older than you.
It's as old as I am. 99?
Oh, this was in the 90s?
1999, yeah.
Alright, I'm thinking of the anime, aren't I? Or the other games. Because was it like red, blue, and green before yellow?
Yep. Okay. Gotta look up Indigo. Game Boy Advance, because that's what I've got.
Sweethearts theme!
Yes, I was listening to that before I started recording.
Let's just play it for the copyright. Okay. I mean, you won't get copyrighted for it, but... At least I don't think you will.
Game Boy Advance. I'm on price charting right now. Game Boy Advance. For the Indigo Game Boy Advance, which is what I've got. The original model Game Boy Advance, by the way. The Indigo. $65 exactly on price charting.
I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
A little bit, yeah. But yeah.
I was gonna ask Mom if I can make a back box of macaroni.
$65 for an Indigo Game Boy Advance. Just the normal Game Boy Advance, not the Target Edition Game Boy Advance. Target Edition's $85. And now I gotta look it up on DK Oldies.
My message is just sending. Okay, I asked Mom if I can make a box of macaroni.
They're charging $110 for an Indigo Game Boy Advance. What the fuck?
Also, Discord updated. Look how the multiple pictures gets formatted now.
Look.
So it doesn't take the whole thing up. That's actually good. That's good.
It's going to take some getting used to. But, yeah.
It is. Oh my
$110 for an Indigo Game Boy Advance. Again, I got mine for free from a friend back in 8th grade. That is ridiculous. So if you want this, you're going to have to pay like almost $200 for the Game Boy Advance. And yellow. And it's also not guaranteed if you get this. This will cost you extra, by the way. Yeah, they charge just for that. Just for this as well. It's like, and if you want this, you will have to pay you would have to pay like $200. It's, no. And the next
come on.
thing on my list I want to like compare prices of is Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo on the Nintendo 64. Of course, it's like dirty because I got this like years ago, used as Christmas present from Grandpa. And this is the exact condition it came in. As you can see, it's got like writing on it. It's got some sticker glue or whatever on it. And it's got that on it. So it's 100% cosmetically flawed. Let's look up how much it is on DK Oldies.
Oh, come on. My phone's being a dick.
It's $42 on DK Oldies. I'm 42. I mean, it's a mediocre game, and that's just cartridge only. It's cartridge only. If you want a complete in-box, it's $105. This is complete in-box. $105. Complete in box. And if you just want the cartridge on its own like I've got, it's 42. Yeah, $42. And see how much it is on price charting. Oh, Libby.
Yes, there's a special guest. And it is Fluffy Kitty.
Hi, sis. How's it going?
She says, I'm pissed off.
You're a pretty girl.
Yeah, I'm trying not to drop her, but also not. I'm sorry. Look at her fat little belly.
She got belly on her. Yes, she does.
I love you, Hebe.
It's $25.
If it sounds like she's screaming in the background, I promise I'm not hurting her. I'm just hugging it on her. And
It's $25 on price charting. For again, I own the English version of the game. Since I live in North America, I own the English version, so that's absolute bullshit. God damn it. Alright, so the next thing I want to show off was another thing I have on my side, of course. Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS. Now, I got this complete in box, brand new, at age 18. I was 18 years old when I got this. Brand new, by the way. So, like, it was like $40, $50, I think it was. So, yeah. Case. Obviously, as you can tell, not in the best condition. Because, you know, the dog decided to walk on the case. But yeah, it is complete. You see, you got the case, the game card. Like, it's called, the system calls it a game card, so I'm calling it a game card. Fight me on it. So yeah. Again, I got that brand new. See how much it goes for. Come on. I'm price charting, of course. Do price charting first, and then DK Oldies. Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. Goes for $11. $11. No, $11. You probably can't see it, but it says $11. And now, check DK Oldies. See how much they're charging for it. Probably like $50 still. Probably just for the fucking game itself. I want to doubt it, because they would do that. Actually, it's not bad. $16 for the game. Well, 16 to 19. Depends on what you want. Game only. $16 just for the game. That's actually not bad. You gotta give them credit for this, though, honestly. But if you want it complete in box, it'll cost you 19 bucks. I mean, I got credit where credit's due. That's actually not too bad. Like 19, like for a complete in box, like that's not bad. I would pay 19 bucks, even though I already got it. But if I didn't, and I want to play Smash on my 3DS, 19 bucks. Honestly, that's not bad. Gotta give him credit for that. That's actually not too bad. So, I couldn't really make a case for this. Because, again, it's not too bad. The God of War Ascension. Unfortunately, it's only case and, like, the stuff on the inside. Some of it just fell. Oh, this is a Walmart exclusive. I guess got this in Walmart back in 2013. Okay, but yeah, it's the case only and comes with this stuff. No game. We have the game somewhere around here. We just don't know where it is. But yeah, let's see how much they're charging for the case only. Even though it's case only, meaning there's really no point. But they do sell like the game cases separately as well, which is fucking scummy because everything should be complete if possible. No, go away. I don't want to. I don't care about customer support. Shut up. So unfortunately I'm not gonna use price charging for this, but 39 bucks for the game. Yeah, 10% off the first order. Fuck you, I'm not buying it from you. I guess they're not selling the case separately. But it's 39 bucks for game only. 39 bucks for game only. Game, case, and cover art with no manual, it's 46 bucks. Again, we have the game somewhere, but if we don't, I could just pay 10 bucks on the PS3 store and get Ascension. Again, it's 10 bucks on PlayStation 3 store digitally. So I could pay 10 bucks and I have it again. If we can't find the game somewhere, but we do have it somewhere. So yeah. Still 39 bucks for game only. For a game that's going to be 10 years old. Like next month, I think it is. I know it came out in 2013 because we got it when it came out. Just like we got God of War 3 when it came out in 2010. God damn, it's been so long. But yeah, again, I can pay 10 bucks digitally on the store if we don't have the disc anywhere. And the last thing I want to show off, as well as, as to show off and compare prices. This is my authentic physical copy of Misadventures of Tron. And it's not complete because manual is gone, but this is the authentic disc. A long box as well. And to show you how it's authentic, I gotta be extra careful because this game is rare. To show you it's authentic. Yeah, PS1 games not counting like re-releases where they use like where they use CDs, but PS other than those original release PS1 games, and sometimes some PS2 games even were like this. It was to prevent like piracy back in the day, which of course didn't work most of the time, unless you were playing like Spyro 3. But yeah, again, show you it's Misadventures of Trombone. It is an authentic. It's an authentic case because you can see the Capcom outline. Black bottom for the disc. Actual box. Unfortunately, no manual, so it's not complete in box. I managed to get this 3 years ago for $3 at the mall. $3. Keep that in mind. $3. I got $3 at the mall. We're gonna see how much it goes for on price charting, and of course, then DK Oldies. And keep in mind, this is the North American version, not the Japanese version, not the PAL version, the North American version. The North American version goes for $221.61. Look at that. $221.61 for the English version. And that's quite possibly just for the game itself. That's a price charting. We're gonna see how much it goes for on DK Oldies. Just wait. Oh. You're not gonna like this. I've seen this. I've seen how much they're asking for, charging for it, but goddamn, $700. If you want game only, that is. Oh, it's still loading. Yeah. It's game only. So, you can't even get the case and the game. It's strictly game only on DK Oldies for $700. $700. Game only. It goes for over $221 on price charting. I got my copy for $3. Yeah. And you're probably thinking, ooh, what's the point of comparing these prices? The thing is, if they were like price gouging for games, consoles, and stuff like that, just price gouging. It's scummy, sure, but that's whatever. Even though it is scummy, it's whatever. But that's not all they do. They also claim their stuff is refurbished. No, it's not. It's not refurbished. How do I know? Because there have people, even though I haven't like bought from them, and never will. I watch people like Jacob R, Rich from Review Tech USA. I watch them. I watch their videos on DK Oldies where they actually like bought the stuff, opened it up, completely filthy. Yeah, absolutely disgusting. And DK Old, but they on the inside, the outside they're fine. But on the inside, they're absolutely disgusting, and the consoles normally do not work when they get them. And if you want the definition for refurbish, renovate and redecorate. Which is... It means, like, cleaning, like, the systems, like Game Boy Advance, for example. If I were to refurbish this, that means I would have to open the thing up, unscrew the screws, clean everything, clean the motherboard, everything like that, replace what I needed to do. You know, stuff like that. Replace buttons and everything, like, as well as, you know, the game, I would have to, like, which I will have to do eventually because I've had save data on this cartridge. It wiped itself 3 times since I got this back on Saturday. I've gotten pretty decently far in this, and I've lost my progress. Like, one time I was at the beginning of the game when it was wiped. That's whatever. That's fine. But when you get the first 2 badges, about to get your 3rd badge twice, and it wipes its data, that's how you know the save battery's got to be replaced. So yeah, I plan on replacing the save battery here eventually, which obviously I have. I got these back on Sunday. Have yet to replace the save battery because we don't have the proper screwdriver to, like, remove this screw. But yeah, when we do get that screwdriver, I am going to physically remove the save battery that's in this and replace it with one of these. I'm going to do that. And I also cleaned the cartridge. Like, I cleaned the motherboard and stuff. Like, because it was filthy. Trust me, it was filthy. I also cleaned, like, the cartridge slot to the Game Boy Advance itself as well. Like, I cleaned the cartridge slot for the Game Boy Advance, and I cleaned the motherboard of the cartridge, and they were filthy. Because, again, stuff's as old as I am, so I figured it was time to get them clean. But yeah, DK Oldies doesn't do that. They do not. They clean. Well, everybody is 100% certain. They only clean, like, the outside, fix what needs to be fixed, if at all. And then they ship it out when it's bought. They don't even bother to, like, actually clean the entire thing. That's not refurbishing it at all. Like, no. Which is why the prices. Which is why I brought up the prices, because they claim they have these things at high prices and claim those things are refurbished when they're not. Let me show you some. We're going to watch, and here's the thing. They actually did respond to, like, Rich from Review Tech USA, Jacob R, and stuff like that. After they, opened up the consoles, found they were completely filthy on the inside and things needed to be replaced. we're gonna watch that short. Here we go. Okay, so the first video I'm gonna show you is Jacob R's video where he opens up a PS3, and then after this, I'm gonna show you a video from Rich from Review Tech USA, and then I'm gonna show you the shorts DK Oldies made after these videos were posted. So without further ado, let's start this one.
A refurbished backwards compatible PS3 from DK Oldies for $400, and in this video we're going to take an in-depth look at this console.
$400. That's about as much as, I think that's as much as they went for at launch. Hold on, let me see how much they were at launch. Cause yeah. It's a PS3 is not $400 nowadays. PS3 launch price $499. $499 for the 20 gig model and $599 for the 60 gig. I think we have the 20 gig model. I might have the 60. I don't. We have the fat PS3. So we got the original model PS3. But $499. I mean that's That's like $99 less at DK Oldies. But now we gotta see how much it goes for. Alright, price charting. Here we go. And apparently, from the thumbnail, it was a fat PS3, like the first model. So I need to look up the console. I'm just getting a bunch of PS3 games. So it goes for about $70. So yeah, because I'm either seeing like slim PS3s for English releases in like North America where I live. I'm seeing either slim PS3s or special edition PS3s, and that's for North American releases. But I am seeing a 160 gigabyte PS3 for $70. And their DK Oldies is charging $400. Again, for a refurbished PS3.
So see if it's worth the money and determine if you guys should buy one for yourself. Now let's go ahead and open this box up. So the first thing I noticed is this box is actually bulging a little bit. Not a big deal if there's bubble wrap, but we're about to see what's inside here. Alright, so here's the packaging.
Yeah, because
and we got a bunch of
when shipping, like, of course, the box is going to, like, bounce around sometimes, so that's whatever.
Stickers and stuff on
so
here.
It's no big
Not
deal.
sure what that means, but as you can see, cosmetically flawed, 80 gig, reverse compatible. I don't know why they call it reverse compatible. We got a bunch of random. No way, not again. No. Another third-party controller. I mean, guys.
Yeah, one thing I also forgot to mention earlier in the video is if you get consoles, with the controllers and stuff, wires and stuff, they give you third-party controllers. They claim their consoles are refurbished. They have them at outrageous prices like this, for example, $400, and they give you third-party controllers. If you want a first-party PS3 controller, for example, you're gonna have to pay like $30 at least for one first-party controller. Again, this PS3 he bought was $400, and he got third-party controller. And if he wanted a first-party controller, he would have to pay an extra $30. No.
$400 for a backwards compatible PS3, cosmetically flawed, and you give me a third-party controller.
Backwards compatible be a PS3, by the way. That's not a good look that's not a good look for DK Oldies at all.
There wasn't even an option to upgrade to an OEM. That's just, I don't know, I feel like that's inexcusable. So guys, I wanted to take a brief moment to look at the listing and kind of show you why I'm disappointed, so we'll get back to this stuff.
405!
So as you can see, it says it comes with a console, one compatible wireless controller, and that's kind of where we go wrong here. Compatible is a very generic term, so you don't know if you're getting a DualShock 3 or if you're getting something else.
Yeah.
Now, I think they either need to say third-party controller here, or give you the option to upgrade, something like that. But like
Also, this is completely off topic, but kind of on topic in a way, because that red controller I got for Christmas, it says it's compatible with my PS4, and it is compatible with my PS4, but there's a problem with it though. It disconnects at random times. It's a wired controller, and it disconnects just out of nowhere. So I'd be playing like a game, it'll just disconnect when it's plugged in. It works better. My wired controller that I got for Christmas works better in the PS3 than it does my PS4. And it's meant for my PS4. So it being compatible, definitely not always 100% a good thing.
Pictures show a DualShock 3. There's no option to choose between a DualShock 3 and a third-party controller. They just say compatible, kind of make you think you're going to get a good
turn this up a bit.
They send you, the DualShock 3 that I got. Alright.
I can sell what I don't use.
Oh, great, ads. I don't care!
Asking AI to paint my dream girl.
What the fuck? I don't want to see this shit.
Alright, and we also got a power cord. Actually, that's a USB cord. We have our HDMI cable here.
And before you say anything, I'm not the kind of person who uses like ad blockers for people like this, because he is doing a good thing. He is doing a service to people who need to know. So I'm willing to support him by like viewing the ads and stuff. Of course, if I can skip them, I can skip them. I'll skip them. But if not, I'll watch them. But especially when someone like him who's doing a good thing, so I won't like use ad blockers and stuff like that. But if it was a piece of shit like Jake Paul or someone, I will not support them because, yeah. So yeah, if you see ads pop up in any of these videos, I'm willing to support them any way I can.
Here, we should have our power cord here, we do. And then, this is our game. Nice and bubble wrapped.
Also, fun fact, whenever you get like a console from DK Oldies, they usually give you like third-party cords as well. It's, again, not a good thing. Always.
Amazing, the game is bubble wrapped more than the console. Alright, so here's the game, Final Fantasy 13. Check out the condition.
I have Final Fantasy 13 on the I have the Xbox 360 version of Final Fantasy 13. This has nothing to do with DK Oldies, but I just need to point it out. I actually enjoyed what I played of 13. I actually did enjoy it. I think it's actually not that bad a game. Better than Final Fantasy 14, for sure. Because it actually feels like a Final Fantasy game.
This looks good. And let's put that to the side. And here's the console. It does have bubble wrap, only a little bit on the sides, but as long as it arrives in good condition. Alright, so here.
Yeah, another thing, they use like 1-2 layers of bubble wrap, and again, it's not always like completely covered up. And the thing is, For a console like that backwards compatible PS3 like we got, 2 layers of bubble wrap isn't gonna do shit to protect it. It's not gonna do shit. And on top of that, they don't even tape the edge of the bubble wrap, like the opening pieces. Like, pretend this cord is bubble wrap, right? Pretend I had something like plugged in that, right? Normally, if you wanted to like seal something shut, especially if it's in bubble wrap, you'd want to like tape those edges together. They don't do that. They do not do that, which could potentially harm the console. Which, yeah, again, not a good look.
Here's whatever you want to call this. We got the system game startup. Throw that away, and man, this console does not look very good. Let's go ahead and take it out and take a closer look at it. Alright guys, here's the console closer up, and sorry about the big white thing right there, that's my...
Keep in mind, this is just the outside of the console. It doesn't look good, and it's just the outside of the console.
My light is kind of reflecting the console. And as you can see, this console is very, very beat up. Now, it is cosmetically flawed, but this thing is just like...
Cosmetically flawed, yeah, you expect there to be like
concerns me about being cosmetically
small
flawed
problem or two with it. That's
not to clean the console all the way. I'm not sure.
That's why it's cosmetically flawed.
I do see a bunch of dust, and
but if it was brand new, then that would, or like almost new, then that would be an issue.
I see dust, 100%. A lot of dust down here, a lot of dust in there. I also see a bunch of dust right here on the front lip. And guys, this is a used console, so I don't expect it to be perfect, but it should be very clean, considering the price I paid. Here on this side, we do have a warranty sticker from DK Oldies in place of the old warranty seal.
Yeah, it's an issue too. We refurbished our PS3 a couple months ago, right?
Pretty much.
Like, yeah, like entirely refurbished it, so it was cleaned on the inside.
Yeah, it was clean and stuff.
We could get, well, we got what we can, which is what refurbishing is. You get what you can, because there's some stuff we couldn't like reach without potentially like permanently damaging the thing. DK Oldies doesn't do that. They clean the outside and yeah, and ship their shit out.
I killed the dude. Now I've got Kronos' lightning shit. Sat in there. You know when he uses his eyes to give you his magic?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 730 combo. All I did was...
Yeah, I got that too.
And I keep using... Literally, I keep spamming over and over. L1 and square. Because it's the best attack.
Square, triangle is.
I'm talking about super quick.
I don't know.
But yeah, anyways, back to the video.
Oh, there's our cosmetic flaw. Nice.
Yeah, he was talking about God of War 2. Again, my current off topic, but my God of War 1 playthrough I'm currently doing, as well as ones I'm going to be doing here in the near future. So, doing 1 currently, 2, which is what he was talking about, Trains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta, are all on the PS3, by the way. So I am playing that on the PS3. And we cleaned what we did what we could with a PS3 without potentially permanently damaging the thing. So yeah, we refurbished our own PS3 with zero knowledge of what we were doing, and it works like new. It works like new. Of course, we had to use like a video tutorial and to do it, so we could at least like know what we were doing. But yeah. So I'd let you know.
Here on the back, as you can see, the model number is CECHE01, which is good to see because that is the 80 gig backwards compatible model, which uses emulation for playing PS2 and PS1 games instead of real hardware like the AO1 does. But yeah, this whole console is just very scratched up. dirty. Well, I can't say it's too dirty yet, but it's very, very scratched up and kind of dusty. I don't know, man. Looking closer at this thing, I actually do see a lot of dust and grain here in the bottom, so I don't know if they actually cleaned the outside or not. Oh, guys. Alright, so I was about to plug it in, but I decided to open up the hard drive cover right here. And guys, take a look at that. I'll zoom in there for you, but that thing is just encroached with dust and dirt.
And you can see it. Our PS3 was exactly like that when we opened it up a few months ago. Again, we refurbished the PS3 ourselves with no knowledge. Of course, we had video tutorials to help us out, but we did do it on our own. It took a couple hours, but hey, first time, so yeah. And it looked way worse than this. There is no excuse. But as you see, it's going to get much worse.
Like, oof. Alright, yeah, look at that. Like, I can just wipe my finger across it. Nice. That looks like it's been sitting in a basement or something. It at least doesn't smell like cigarette dust, which is a good thing. But I don't know, guys. We're gonna plug this thing in and see if it works. Alright, guys, we got everything plugged in now. And I don't think I mentioned it yet, but they actually call this console reverse compatible instead of backwards compatible. I'm not sure why. I've never heard that terminology used before. So I want to come back over here to the listing again and show you a few more things. Now, first of all, like I just mentioned, they call it reverse compatible. I'm not sure why, but that's what they call it. And I bought a cosmetically flawed system, which was $405. You can also get a good condition, which is $540, which is really...
Alright, so welcome back. I had to do something real quick, but yeah. We're back. Let's continue.
And I bought a cosmetically flawed system, which was $405. You can also get a good condition, which is
$405 for cosmetically flawed.
That's why I'm so disappointed about the controller. And then one other thing, despite the fact that I chose a cosmetically flawed system, if you go down here in the
$405 for cosmetically flawed,
cleaned and tested. So I would expect this thing to be cleaned inside, outside, and new thermal paste, all that good stuff that comes with refurbishing.
As you saw from the the outside,
and
it's
also this controller is terrible.
It was it was in cardboard, so
that's DualShock 3, made by Old School. It just feels really bad in the hand.
Cardboard collects dust easily, so
nice controller. So that's pretty disappointing. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on.
Whatever.
See if it works. So first, we got to flip on the switch in the back. We got a red light there. Hit the power button, and we have life. No disc in there, so we'll see if it boots up now. Alright guys, so I'm finally booted up to the main screen, and this console is going crazy. The fan is blowing real loud, and I already know it's not been cleaned inside because I see a bunch of dust blowing out the sides and the back.
So yeah, as you can tell, it's
working.
We're gonna
go ahead and test this thing out, make sure it works. First of all, actually, I want to go to the settings, system settings, and see what software version we're on. Alright, so system information, we are on 4.85, which I think might be the most recent one. Not sure, but I know it's not old.
2019.
Right, we're gonna start with the PS1 game because this is backwards compatible. So it's compatible with most PS1 and most PS2 games. I don't think quite all of them, so hopefully this works. And it's probably going to ask me to create... Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. PlayStation format disc. Ask me to create a memory card. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll boot it up. So we're playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night on PS1.
The worst Castlevania game, by the way. Symphony of the Night is not a good game. It's really not.
You like walk up the stairs, and it's like, all right.
You can fight me on it if you want.
Whole game is 30 minutes long. Not really.
It's not a good game.
I played enough. I think it's working. Let's go back to the main menu. We're gonna try out a PS2 game, and I have Silent Hill 2 here today. We're going with the high value games today, because why not? Hopefully the console works and doesn't eat our games, but so far so good. Let's take out the PS1 game.
So yeah, it works. Obviously, it works. I mentioned
earlier that there's a lot of dust blowing out the sides and the back.
There's times where the console works,
like
and there's also times it doesn't work.
Kind of smells old, like
weird,
dusty.
But
I don't know. And honestly, it's probably what happened is Grandma probably saw a Facebook ad that she could sell her PS3 to DK Oldies for some money, and so she probably did that, and that's how DK Oldies got this. I guess they didn't clean it, sent it off to me, and this thing is going crazy. Like, the fan is pretty crazy. We're not even on a PS3 game yet, so I'm curious to see what will happen. And honestly, I'm not sure if this controller even works on PS2 games, because it won't let me control the screen with the PS2 game. Now let me try my official DualShock 3 and see if that works. So upon some more trial and error with the third-party controller, and also searching online, apparently third-party controllers do not work with the PS3 and PS2 games, which is just awesome to see. I guess let me know down below if you have more info on that.
They don't always work with
it was some sort of
PS2
games
games,
that you couldn't plug in
but
third-party Bluetooth devices to the USB port and use them on PS2 games. So that's just just awesome to see. So I bought this backwards compatible PS3. Can't even play PS2 games though, because the third-party controller does not work on them. So that's just great. But when I have my DualShock,
that is a problem. Yeah,
working just fine, no problems there. Let's go back to the main screen.
Because what would they?
And of course, we'll try the PS3 game.
Give you a.
Alright, so we have Final Fantasy.
What would they give you a?
And see if it boots up.
Backwards compatible PS3 that put PS1, PS2, and PS3
all
games.
good on PS1, PS2,
but
PS3
have
games, except for
give
the
you a
fact that the controller
third-party controller like,
games, so that's
when it's not compatible.
Now, obviously,
PS2
I have
games.
not
Like,
used this for an
what's
extended
the
period
point?
of time. I imagine that once you use this for a few hours, it's really going to ramp up. I mean, if you know these old PS3s, they get really loud, like a jet engine. Blow air like crazy because they have
100%. Yes.
Now, a way you can kind of help combat
true.
that is to replace the thermal paste and clean out the insides. I'm not sure if they did that or not. But we're gonna go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at the insides and see what it looks like. See if they're refurbishing anything. So I just wanted to remind you guys that I will be doing a PS5 giveaway on Whatnot soon. So let me go ahead and show you how you can enter. So first thing you want to do is hit the link down below. It'll take you to this page where you can claim your credit and sign up, and you'll get $15 of Whatnot credit. Now once you've done that, you'll open up the app, go down to the middle, also come back to my shows page and click on PS5 giveaway. That's when I'll be giving away the PS5. So all I gotta do is be present in the stream, make sure your address is verified, and you'll be eligible to win. So let's go ahead and take this console apart. Now first thing you'll see on this side, you got your DK Oldies warranty sticker. We're gonna take that off, take this little piece off, and then we'll slide the cover off, and then take a bunch of screws out. Alright guys, so I took the...
Okay, so what they do is normally on consoles they would put a warranty sticker on one of the screws to try to prevent you from opening the consoles, therefore invalidating the warranty. Which is illegal, by the way. They cannot invalidate a warranty that is guaranteed when you buy their products, no matter what you do to it. If they try to invalidate the warranty, they're breaking the law. And again, the worst part, they put the sticker over a screw that you have to unscrew to open the console up. That is fucked up.
Top cover off, and as you can see, a bunch of dust in here.
There
you go. That's a better view. But you can see all that.
And that's just the top. That's just the top.
Pick up a bunch of dust.
That's just like the top of the PS3, like removed.
Guys, look at that. That is just bad. There's dust flying all around my room now. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
Ours was like that too. Of course, we had the thing for years, so yeah. Obviously, and we cleaned it.
Just awesome to see. Let's go ahead and take the rest of the cover off. See what it looks like on the inside. I don't have much hope for the inside.
But yeah, that's just the PS3 storage.
Alright guys, time for the big reveal. I got all the screws off on the top. Let's go ahead and pull this cover all the way off and see what it looks like.
That is not refurbished.
Oh, no way.
That is not refurbished. They fucking lied. I
have no words. It actually looks better on camera than in person.
Obviously, this is an older, like somewhat old video. It's a few weeks old at least.
Look at that. Absolutely.
So yeah, but they still fucking scammed them.
This is like
they promised a $405 backwards compatible refurbished PS3. That is not refurbished. That is not refurbished. If it was refurbished, none of that would have... If it was 100% refurbished, none of that would have been in the console. None of this would be in the console. Well, except the stuff that's part of the console, like the wires, the motherboard, stuff like that. All the dust, dirt, and stuff, none of that would be in the console if it was refurbished. They 100% lied. That is not refurbished. He got scammed. Let's move on to Rich from Review Tech's video. Okay, so I'm back in my room for this part. But anyways, as you can see, I skipped forward because it had like nothing to do with... Well, they had something to do with DK Oldies, but it was basically just Rich saying that he was blocked by DK Oldies on Twitter and had the Xbox that obviously he's going to look at. He had it sent to a different address because he was blocked and therefore had to have a random address because they wouldn't sell it to him otherwise. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it.
Because then something else will happen, and then people will say I was a liar. But you can see it's from DK Oldies, and you can see I'm a man still with the stuffy nose from COVID. I have a horse here. The horse is not well endowed. Very disappointed. That should be all. Oh man, really? Oh, my favorite, the peanuts. I love the peanuts. I mean, it's good they're using the biodegradable ones. I applaud them for that. Wait, no, they're not. They're only using some of the biodegradable. I can't even say, hey, DK Oldies, at least you care about the environment. That would be a lie. And of course, we get the absolute worst. Let me put the box on the floor for now.
Again, a third-party controller.
Okay.
I've seen this video like twice, so I know what.
It's horrible. It's terrible. It's a third-party crap.
I've seen this video twice, so I know what's going to happen.
There's like decent ones you can find on eBay
really that
you could for the. Oh man, how much? $260. $260. And they give that
$260 for an Xbox.
If you call them out on this, you're a
obviously,
clickbait neckbeard.
as to why I'm showing it, you know it's not going to be
classy.
Very good.
Very classy. Joey would be proud. He had nothing to do with it. I'm just kidding. But anyway, here is the neckbeard power cord. It's a power cord. There's nothing really to say. AV cord. I'm not expecting them to give component cables or anything like that, so that's fine.
Again, it's normally like
what I'm also
third-party
interested in is to see, because maybe this is part of their game. They're sending out the bad ones to YouTubers. The YouTubers are all clenching their pearls, like, oh god, these are so terrible. And then it gets people to talk about them, and maybe that's how they think they'll make the money.
It really could be possible, because that means they're going unsuspecting customers
they'll send out a clean console to regular customers.
Oh, they could be that bad, and they buy something.
Who they didn't know was me.
Which
but
gives them business.
it was me. Little bit of a nick there. They could have easily magic erasered that.
So it is possible.
I mean, I'm going to crack it open. I'm going to try a game first. I'm going to try its functionality first. But the AV port seems clean. LAN port seems clean.
I have not seen one of these in
full scratch right there. But what it's not a new console.
That's
the kind of stuff with
since I've seen an
the NES.
Xbox. I was a little kid when I last saw one of these.
PlayStation 2. This kind of stuff would be like, all right, it has a little. They're not brand new. These are consoles from the early 2000s. Well, the NES is from 1985. Yeah, no, this is.
Oh,
we're gonna be seeing how many Funko Pops we can buy with $100 on the
video was buffering. I mean, it was buffering.
We're gonna bet $11 and see if we can grab this for like a low price.
But yeah.
Yes, from 1985. Yeah, no, this is. Buttons are clicky and not sticky. That rhymes. Okay, we're gonna crack it open, but from outside appearances, you can hear my dog, the pug, is excited.
Yeah, outside looks fantastic.
I don't know what to say. It looks
the inside, on the other hand,
right,
obviously you're going to find out here soon.
Hopefully it works, but they did a pretty good job cleaning up the outside anyway. So bizarre, sent to a random person who they didn't know was affiliated with me, and they actually are, at least it seems so far, doing what they're supposed to be doing. Maybe it's part of their
that's suspicious.
I'm just a man on the internet. I'm shutting off the camera now. I'm not coming down here anymore.
They thought it wasn't going to be him.
Plugged in,
therefore, they made it look as nice as possible. But if it was him, then that would have been a different story.
And let's see if it even functions. Okay.
If you can hear that, like, yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. Not supposed to sound like that.
Alright, so look what I have here. This is a modded Xbox, and this is Joey's DK Oldie Xbox. I have no idea if Joey had anything to do with it, but I want to pretend he did. We're going to compare how the fans sound in these, and see which one is noisier. The other one? Or the DK Oldies Quality Refurbished Xbox. Let's take
Quality
a listen.
Refurbished.
Alright, so this is
Again,
the
by the way,
modded
not making fun of
Xbox
Rich.
I've had for years.
Just, yeah.
And
you understand.
here,
by
it's
now,
gonna
I'm
get
sure.
blurry, the footage, but that's not the
At least
point.
I hope you do.
It's pretty quiet.
But again, I've seen this video like twice already, so I know what goes on.
Here. Alright, so that's that. Now I'll put the DK Oldies Xbox back up and record footage for that. Okay, this is the DK Oldies Xbox. Take a listen.
Again, they look fantastic. They really look fantastic.
You hear it? You hear it?
But, yeah.
It's not, it may just be a different brand of fan. We're going to open this up and find out. But it definitely is louder. Like, noticeably louder.
That does not sound
Draw
good.
sounds perfectly fine. Sounds really good, actually. Let's look at the draw itself. I see a crumb here.
Okay, it's been a while,
maybe,
so
I don't know.
I mean, I've heard
Cleaned it
worse.
and
Don't
put
get me
fresh
wrong.
thermal
Had-
paste on it.
You got the PS3.
Someone
You've
just
had
decided
PS3
to have
for years. Because
a
again, it
Pepperidge
is a
Farm cookie before they put
first
it in the
model
box.
PS3.
We'll
So
leave it.
yeah,
We'll go there.
trust
But
me,
anyway,
I have
before I
heard worse.
open it, and I always
Than
do this
that.
so DK
But
Oldies
that still
can't say
didn't
that I
sound very
broke
good
something.
to me.
We're
personally.
going to try a game. So now I'm going to capture
From my
some
own
footage.
experience.
I might be naked while I'm capturing it, so keep that in mind and we'll see. I have a few games here. I'm just going to pick one to see if it reads a disc, and then we'll crack it open.
Which is what you
Alright,
should
so
always
the
do.
Xbox
Always
is plugged in.
test it
It is working. I'm not hearing
before you can
anybody
like,
because I'm an
and
idiot and have the wrong
at least test it before you open it
now
up.
I am
and,
hearing.
yeah, just in
the
case.
Xbox. So sound is working. Now let Dad hit the big button. No, I'm not talking about my.
Oh, saying
okay,
this
so we're
menu
putting
dude
in
just
Halo
takes me
2.
back.
It is in. You probably heard it through the microphone.
Oh my god, why do I
Describe.
keep getting notifications
Eject
of
button is
Discord?
blinking.
Shut up. I'm getting a video.
I do feel it spinning up. Your Xbox can't recognize this disc. Make sure it's an Xbox.
Keep in mind, this
game.
is
Oh
the,
no!
this
Oh,
is the
come on.
DK
This
Oldies
is perfectly
Xbox, as you
goddamn
mentioned
clean.
before.
Dude, okay. Alright. I'm gonna use my iPhone to get a really sharp picture of this. Alright, so this is just to show so they don't think I'm making it up and have like some family movie. This is Halo 2. This is the disc it could not read.
The disc looks absolutely
You see any
perfect. It
scratches
looks
on that disc? All right, there's
beautiful.
nothing
It looks
there.
perfect.
It is
Therefore,
in
the
very
Xbox
good condition.
from DK Oldies should have read it with no issue.
I don't know about you,
Couldn't
but
read it
a
at all.
functioning Xbox should read that, but who am I? Alright, so a very clean copy of Halo 2 won't work in here, but who knows? Maybe there's... I haven't used that game in ages. Maybe there's something else wrong. Maybe there's... I'm going to put in Doom 3. Doom 3, let's see. Now, what I'm going to do after this...
I have
luckily
never
I have
played
another
Doom
Xbox
3.
on deck.
I played
I'm
1
gonna
and
hook that
2,
one up, my
as well as
modded
the
one. Try
add-ons
these same
for
exact games in there and see if
Plutonium
they
stuff
work
for
in there.
Doom 1 and Doom 2. I've played
You ready
those
for
as
some
well,
action?
but not Doom 3.
I am.
Doom 2016,
Alright, so we're popping
garbage.
the disc in now for
It's
Doom
not
3.
Doom at all. Doom Eternal is basically just Doom 2016.
It is blinking.
You will never see me play those two. Ever.
Alright, spinning up. Sounds like it's struggling. Come on. Your Xbox can't recognize this disc. Make sure it's an Xbox
it
game,
should be
DVD,
read
movie, or audio
the disc
CD. Also
perfectly
check
fine,
to see if the disc
'cause
is
you're gonna see
dirty or
the condition of
damaged.
this,
It is
too.
not. Remove the disc to continue. I hate DK Oldies. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. I can't stand them. They are a terrible company that are deceiving people and ripping them off. Now what I'm gonna do is set up the other Xbox I have, and I'm gonna see if the two exact games I tried there, okay, work on my modded Xbox. Who wants to place bets, they will. Let's go. Alright, and just to show you, this is Doom. Okay? Show you the
That's the
condition
greatest
of this.
hits
This one's
version,
not
too.
as good, but it's still perfectly, should be readable. Hey, we're gonna try it in the other Xbox. If my modded Xbox reads it, that's all you need to know, right? And Halo 2 was perfect, like it was brand new. Alright.
Again, if the game's brand new, then 100% should read the
Oh
disc.
my gosh.
Iron Sword in the box.
Meaning,
Damn, bro, I ran out of
there
storage.
is
Hey, bro, can I borrow
obviously
your phone
something
for
wrong
something
with the
real quick?
Xbox.
Yeah, no
and
problem, bro. I got
soon
you.
you're gonna
Here you
find
go.
out what it is.
Nah, bro.
It was perfect,
In
like
due
it was
time,
brand new.
at least.
Alright, so I'm gonna
In
hook
due
up
time.
my other Xbox and see what happens. Here we go. Okay, so this is the modded Xbox that we have plugged in.
AVNT. Oh,
Here's the damn thing.
good memories.
Excuse me, I'm not being professional. I'm bumping into the mic. Oh, look, the game is working on my modded Xbox that I've had for about, 5 years. 5 years. So, it's not the discs, it's not the Halo 2 disc. Here, the only thing I needed to show is that that game
working
works.
perfect.
Halo 2 works.
Modded
Now we'll try Doom
Xbox.
3.
So
It works. It works. Both of these games didn't work on the DK Oldies.
Doom 3 came out. in
Unbelievable!
2004.
Unbelievable! And I purposely sent it to a different address. One, because I didn't want to know it's me. And two, I wanted to see if they were doing the same thing to the average customer. And they are. This is 3 for 3. 3 for 3.
Yeah, again,
All right,
it's
I'm
done
done.
it twice
and
before.
I'm just going to do one more thing.
They
I'm
all
gonna do the
ended
iPhone
up being
handheld,
dirty and
plug
everything.
in the DK Oldies Xbox, just to show you that I'm not making anything up. Okay, so just to show that I'm not trying to do any tricks or pull any tricks, I mean to say, this is the, as you could hear from the fan, the DK Oldies Xbox, and I'm going to show myself here. Don't mind my messy desk with all the wires all over. Here is it up on the screen, and I'm going to take a disc. There is the
You're probably
Doom
thinking,
disc.
what's the point
Hate
of
doing this
me
so
showing like
jank,
all
but
this?
I wanted, I don't want anyone to think I'm pulling any kind of stunts.
Obviously,
We're
to
going
show
to
that, as he said,
open it up.
to show that
I need to
I'm
cut
not
my
pulling
nails.
anything, not like
We're going to close it back up.
faking anything. So, yeah. Yeah, normally the Xbox,
See it blinking.
like
See it
eject,
blinking.
that would be that would have been
That means
done
it's struggling
like
to read
7
the disc.
seconds ago. The fact that it took that long to read the disc obviously shows that there are problems, but it gets much worse. Obviously, you can hear.
Now
things.
here's something interesting.
But yeah, watch.
It's reading the disc this time,
But
I am hearing. Is that from the? No, that's not from the headphones. There is a weird sound coming from here.
it gets much worse.
And it's not, look, it's skipping. Look at the video skipping. So, it sounds
it's
like
skipping,
there's
meaning yeah,
steel.
it's
Look at
reading the
look at
disc,
Activision
but
logo. So,
not very
there's
well.
something wrong. Anyway.
And that is a big problem.
Anyway, let me try Halo 2 and see what happens. Yeah. I got lucky this one time, but it's still having trouble reading. You can see because the video's skipping. Alright, don't mind my gorgeous horse. We now have Halo
It's not
2.
But yeah, again, I've
see
seen
if
this
DK
video
Oldies
twice already,
Xbox
so I know what
reads
happens.
that.
And I'm also like checking my notifications and everything, like Discord, Twitter, everything.
There we go.
So, yeah.
Blink, blink, blink. Oh my god, that noise is so weird.
Again, should have read the disc already.
It almost doesn't sound like it's coming from the console, but it is.
Again,
I checked
it
all
has
the
been
headphones.
years since I have touched an actual original
Just in
Xbox, but I
case.
100% know it should have read the disc by
Nope.
in 3 seconds.
This is bizarre.
Like, yeah.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to open it now, no question, because now it's not really reading the discs, but it is, but it's not. Let's see. This one it's struggling less with. All right, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe when they tested this, it was running okay. I don't think so.
Which again, it is possible. That is a possibility. But the fact that
let me
the console has fucked up from them 3 times in a row,
and crack open
further lessens that possibility.
If they did a damn thing inside of it.
So
I'm going to place bets they didn't.
Hard to believe that's his dad. Like, they look like they could be brothers. So, like, that's crazy. Again, that's nothing. That's got nothing to do with it. But this is basically showing you the process of, like, taking out the screws, everything. Like, yeah.
Alright, so here is the top of the Xbox so far. The shielding seems pretty clean.
Again, that looks bad, but that's just one portion of the Xbox.
Nothing to write home about here, so... Okay, this is not dusty or dirty as far as I'm
That's
seeing.
just, again, that's one portion of the
really
Xbox.
The Xbox essentially doesn't work, but at least it's clean so far. How could you tell that no one's been here so far? I'm recording right now.
Just clean. Nothing's been pulled or plugged.
Like you could tell by the IDE cable and stuff. Like no one. It's from the factory, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Sorry
again,
about that background noise. He's playing
but
something.
It looks clean as if no one's
yeah,
been in
you
here.
can
The
see
truthful bit
it's
is
all
you
like
take this
dirty
off
and
here.
shit in there.
That's
That
where
is
the
not
CPU and
refurbished.
GPU are. But
All that dust and everything. That is not refurbished. That's
free
fucking
overdraft
awful.
up to $200.
That is really
Install the Chime app today
bad.
and get started.
Like, yeah,
Here.
like, no, it's bad.
That's where the CPU and GPU are.
Like,
But
you
they
can
may
see
be so
all the
gunked on
dust
that you
and
may need
everything
something
in
to-
there.
I've seen people say that you almost have to take it off with like a sledgehammer.
Capture bed.
Where?
It
Let me see.
is not fucking clean in there.
Capacitors are swollen. Look, the company that just made a video saying they refurbished their consoles, insinuating they refurbish all of them swollen capacitors here.
Let me see if there's any others.
I wanted my dad's an engineer. This is why I want him to take it apart. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
swollen
noticed. Like, the
capacitors
capsule
basically
leaking, I
makes it
would've
to
noticed.
where...
These capacitors for the power
And
supply
the thing is
are
that I'm pretty
swollen.
sure that's where the disk drive for the
And on
Xbox
brink of leaking,
is.
you said?
Meaning
Well, these might have been
the
held down by this, but
the
this is definitely a
capacitors
problem.
are
That may be
very
a-
likely
one
the
that's
main
around
reason
for
why the discs
5
aren't reading. And if they are, they're being read very
there's 4
poorly.
caps, 4 different voltages. And these are 6.3, so they're probably on the 5
And again,
or
true-
3.3 volt rail.
Before you
So,
say anything,
how many
I'm
caps
not
are bad,
like
you
a
think?
tech whiz
Right now, 4.
at all, but
Can't tell. What
obviously you can put 2 and 2 together.
Right now,
That
there's
top looks flat. That top
right now
looks-
there's 4. What thermal piece?
Like, it is not refurbished at all.
Wow, did that just get? Was there some kind of pad there that got melted through?
I don't know.
It is
I'm not sure
But
what
they
disgusting.
definitely. Let me feel it. No, the whatever thermal paste is here. Make sure I'm focused. Just hold it still for a second. All right. So whatever thermal paste is here is absolutely rock solid. They've done absolutely nothing on there.
Yeah.
Let me look at the process.
And when you want to refurbish
Now look
something, you also have to replace
Bone
the
dry.
thermal paste.
absolutely bone
Don't
dry.
replace the
Just wanna
thermal
let it be
paste.
known that
It
we did
could
take
be a
off this
potential
clamp,
fire
but it still
hazard.
didn't come off, by the way. So
Yeah,
so the clamp on before. yes,
and
it was
obviously
removed.
you want to
And we
avoid
still
a
can
fire
pull it up
hazard
'cause the
as
thermal
much as
paste is probably
possible.
that dry.
So,
So,
yeah.
DK Oldies. I don't really know what to say. Is Joey going around blocking everybody who talks about him? Is the social media manager going around and damage controlling? I cannot believe they had the audacity. I have the video right here called DK Oldies Refurbishment.
Okay, so it's the next day, and believe it or not, as I was working on the earlier portions of the video, whenever I do something like this, I like record a certain on my own, stop recording, then record again, stop whenever I feel like that's enough, and then I'll edit together, like in the middle, whenever I feel it's necessary. Like I'll record, stop, record another portion, stop, edit those together, and then keep the process going. And while editing out stuff together and everything, I like do stuff on my own time in the process while I wait. And I've found out that as I was working on the earlier portions of the video yesterday, Jacob R uploaded another video where he asked DK Oldies to send him a refurbished PS3, and even though he voided the warranty, which, again, as mentioned earlier in the video, technically they can't do that. And he voided the warranty by opening up the PS3, which is what the example I used from him yesterday when I did that part of the video. And so they did send him another PS3 refurbished. Long story short, as you can expect from DK Oldies, it was not refurbished. It was that one, the replacement he got was dirty as well. So yeah, it was not pleasant. He was not happy about it. And yeah, you can't trust DK Oldies. But anyways, let's see what they have to say about their hate and criticism. Okay, so here we are. I got a video pulled up called DK Oldies Refurbishes the Consoles. Obviously they don't. But here's the thing. This was made to completely just erase criticism. And after this, I'm gonna show you why. But anyways, let's watch this.
Today, tons of new collections get sold to us here at DK Oldies. Let's take a look at this one, for example, and let's check out everything that has to happen this week before we can...
So, I read some of the comments. There was one that pointed out when Joey, that's the guy's name, when Joey, like, did that to the bubble wrap to, like, take out the weed, did that to the bubble wrap. Someone pointed out that Joey was very likely pissed because he had to make this. And from the looks of it, it was very likely. But yeah.
Listed for sale, and it finds a new home. First, it gets picked up by our testing department, and it gets thoroughly checked out to see if there's anything that needs to be repaired. In this case, the Wii isn't reading discs, so it's going to need to head to our repairs department to get a new laser installed. Our technician Sean opens up the console, and while it's open, he'll blow out any dust or debris that may be inside.
Also, I want you to keep in mind, they released this video after Rich from Review Tech USA and Jacob R showcased the consoles they bought that weren't refurbished. This video was made after those were. So it kind of makes you question damage control, and we're going to get to that soon enough. Trust me, we're going to get to that soon enough.
Then we'll clean out the rest of the internal.
Okay, so what they did was the kind of blue like this stuff, blue like dust or whatever off of it with like one of those air blower thingies, that's not going to do anything. That, in fact, that actually might put them in worse condition. Because the dust or whatever doesn't always like come out, so it kind of goes in, which, yeah, not a good thing, but hey, it's DK Oldies. What do you expect?
Like all the blades on the fan. Now, to install the new disk drive and then test it out to make sure it's working. And great.
I do like that they use Brawl to test it out, though. Brawl wasn't that bad. I actually liked Brawl. Better than Smash Ultimate for sure. But Melee is still the best.
And it gets passed off to Steph and our cleaning team. In the hands of a professional, a magic eraser can get rid of any dirt without damaging.
Now here's an issue with that. They're using Magic Eraser. Magic Eraser is essentially just sandpaper. So what they're doing is they're essentially showing off that they kind of do ruin their consoles. Because again, Magic Eraser is essentially sandpaper. By using sandpaper on the Wii, they're removing that gloss, which does damage the Wii, by the way. In fact, hold on. I actually brought the old Wii we've had for like a decade at this point in here with me just now. Obviously, it's old and it's not used, so it's not in like the best shape. But if I was to like use Magic Eraser and like clean, god damn it, if I was to use like Magic Eraser, for example, just scrub it off, that can damage that will damage the console. Yeah. Again, it's not used. We have it. It just doesn't get used because we need like a new Wii remote and a new sensor bar. I think we have the cords somewhere. So we do have the cords. We just need a new Wii remote and a new sensor bar. We got games for it too, so yeah. But yeah, again, Magic Eraser is essentially sandpaper, so they're ruining the Wii, and they're showing that they're ruining the Wii as well. People pointed that out as well.
And a toothbrush works great for getting in those small grooves that run around the sides of the Wii. A Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol will work great for cleaning out the controller and memory card ports.
I mean, obviously, rubbing alcohol does clean it, but if not all of it is removed, again, it can ruin the console or game or whatever. So, again, it does clean it. Trust me, it does clean it. But if it's not, like, completely gone or whatever, it could harm the console. But yeah, it's obviously they're not cleaning it properly.
And now that it's looking great, it's ready to list for sale. Okay, now that it's been tested, repaired, and cleaned, it's ready to be listed for sale on the website while it awaits its new home.
Again, they used Magic Eraser on it, which could potentially ruin the console. But yeah, now we're gonna go back to Rich from Review Tech or Jacob R, whichever one I decide to like show off next. Talking about this video in particular. I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about the background music. I'm playing God of War on my own time. God of War 1. I started a new file on hard difficulty, and that's where the music's coming from. I apologize. But, yeah, anyways, that's not important. What's important is going back to DK Oldies, and I decided to go with Rich's video, because, yeah, I kind of figured might as well. Before I started playing God of War, I watched. He uploaded another video about DK Oldies where he recapped everything that happened so far and everything. But yeah, anyways, let's get right to this one.
For breaking news about DK Oldies, you're going to be shocked by this one.
Is DK Oldies a scam? No.
They're hiding comments when it comes to talking about us and anyone saying anything negative whatsoever. At all. It's like Phil Burnell, if you talk about his gout. Gout is blocked. You can't talk about gout in Phil's streams.
So yeah, DK Oldies does hide comments. It's not like they delete comments and stuff like that. It's not like those, family-friendly channels where comments are disabled. No. They outright delete negative comments to, try to silence people talking about people like Rich from Review Tech, Jacob R, who bought their systems, weren't happy about the conditions they were in, made videos, and yeah, stuff like that. They delete negative comments, and they, in fact, reward people who spread positivity about them, and by them I mean DK Oldies, because lately they've also been uploading shorts and everything, where if someone says something positive about them, they'll send them like a free game or something, which, again, pretty suspicious, don't you think? Like, they delete negative comments but send like a free game or whatever to people who say something positive about them. Kind of suspicious. But yeah, anyways, get back to it.
Oh, bring up Phil again, but it's true. He has the word gout blocked in his streams. Skip it a button down!
That's funny.
So,
really
if you watch my previous video from today, DK Oldies are the company that charges insane prices for old consoles because they say they refurbish them and they don't. It's that simple. Go watch my videos, you'll see.
I have no idea why it's
DK
laggy.
Oldies
I
consoles,
apologize.
You will see, except them. If you go watch their videos, you would think that every customer gets the cleanest, most beautiful Wii's and N64s on the planet. Well, I got this sent to me, where DK Oldies posted a video. Do you have an N64? And let's take a look at some of the comments here and the ones that are hidden. Buckle up. So there you're seeing only the positive comments.
Yeah.
But now we're going to see the hidden replies on Twitter. We have Tech Review USA owns you. I love how they're going into Rich Reviews Tech. Wow, Rich Reviews were actually reviewing tech.
Tech Review USA.
Review Tech USA should do a video.
But
putting your
same thing.
That's actually a good idea. Maybe I will do that. Jay, N64. We're gonna get one from DK Oldies. Gotta figure out another address.
And in the video he mentioned a couple hours ago, he did mention that he in fact is getting a Nintendo 64. And off topic, but for those who don't know, the Nintendo 64 was my first ever console. So I have, again, it's DK Oldies, so I have low expectations. But I am excited to see how that video turns out. Because if they absolutely treat my first ever console like shit and don't refurbish it, I'm not going to be happy. I am not going to be happy. But, yeah, anyways, thought I'd bring that up.
Send it to you, but we're going to do it. Another person here. Hey, DK Oldies, I've been hearing rumors that you send bad consoles to YouTubers on purpose. Can you confirm if this is true or not? Also, I'm curious about your refurbishing process. Do you really bring old consoles back to life? Let us know. That's hidden. What's so bad about that? He's asking a question about YouTube videos. And by the way, Shatman TV.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Console, the Xbox I got was sent to a random address that they did not know was affiliated to me. So they just send crap out to anybody. A lot of people just don't understand
it's
what an
laggy, I don't know why.
process is, and they just deal with it.
I'm
now,
sorry
the
about
Xbox
that.
actually had a defective DVD drive and swollen caps, so that was defective. But a lot of times, it's like, oh, this thing looks tolerable. I guess they did refurbish it, and people don't know any better. And it's probably filled with turds, mice turds,
I always forget too.
and cat hair inside of it. But it's working, so yay, and they hope you'll never look inside of it. Someone below that wrote, I do have one and bought it for way less.
And the thing is, here in North America, it is illegal for them to invalidate the warranty to the consoles. It is now illegal for them to invalidate the warranty, even if you open up the console and remove the sticker. It is illegal for them to invalidate it. In the rest of the world, I can't really say for sure because I don't live in the rest of the world. I live here in North America, in the United States. So it is illegal for them to invalidate the warranty if you do that.
Than what you clowns charge for it. Which, again, if it was just the price and they were like, look, here is the turd. You want to buy the turd for an exorbitant amount of money? It's as is. I wouldn't care. But people are catching on. Someone wrote, you'll get out of business
good.
One day. Someone replied with that. Facts. And this is the meme I've seen going around that if you post this meme, let's keep going. I got to see the full thing. Where you see the DK Oldies logo in a dumpster fire, you will be instantly blocked by them. Joey must have like a bat symbol in the sky that if someone posts this meme, he will get out of bed.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Joey is, you mean the main guy who makes the shorts and everything? He's the guy who has like the social media accounts and everything like that. So he is the one hiding and deleting all these comments and everything like that, as well as sending, rewarding the positive commenters and everything like that. He is the one doing all of this. He runs the social medias and everything, which is why you see him in like almost every YouTube short, TikTok, whatever. It's why you see him, because technically these are social media platforms, therefore, yeah. So he is the one hiding and deleting all these comments. Pretty fucked up.
Put on his DK Oldies Batman outfit. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. and block you for posting that. They hate that meme, and I love that they hate it. Let's continue. Someone else writes here, yes, and thankfully I didn't buy it from DK overprices. Always go to eBay. I've had mixed experiences on eBay or Macari. I don't even know what that is. And someone wrote, not from you guys. You were all con artists that don't refurbish your consoles. I'm so
obviously proven
out there. I'm so happy. Joey, how do you feel about this? Let me know in the comment section below. Someone wrote, yes, it's actually in good condition because I didn't purchase an N64 from you guys. Oh, that's a sick bird. I like it.
They got fucking
They're great. These are all hidden, by the way. Did I mention 1,000 times that these comments are hidden? They're hidden. Someone wrote, I'll buy it from eBay. Don't want a defunct console. You're a smart man. I've had mixed experiences from eBay, but at least they're mixed. DK Oldies has consistently been
and they at least also refurbish, actually refurbish this shit.
eBay sometimes like, oh wow, this is in pretty good condition. Even AliExpress, like I got a 8 gigabyte RX 580 from AliExpress for $47. I'm making a video on it, so make sure you hit the sub button so you can check that out. It's actually working great. Sometimes I get stuff from AliExpress that's crap, but that's okay. But sometimes I get good stuff. DK Oldies, it's always been bad. There's no crapshoot. You just get crap.
But yeah, if you get good stuff from AliExpress and not DK Oldies, that really says a lot. It really does. So yeah, just think about that. Anyways, back to the video.
From DK Oldies. Someone wrote, do we want to pay double the price for one that's moldy and filled with cigarette tar? No thanks. Which is true. Which is true. You got the yellow dust inside these consoles. And this comment from somebody is amazing. I literally watched a guy open a box with a GBA game you guys sent back saying couldn't fix it, and he fixed it himself. It's amazing you are still in business. Yes, it is.
If they say they can't fix the game, if DK Oldies, the people who sent the game in the first place, can't fix it, but the person who the game was sent to can fix it, what do you have to... What can you do? You can't really defend DK Oldies there. Like, you legitimately can't. You can't defend them, period, at that point. Like, that's really fucking bad.
You know why they were? Because they cater to an audience that doesn't know better.
Exactly.
Now they cater to another audience that does know better. And we're not going to be catered to. And I'm so glad
they're really fucking trying.
But this just shows what they're about.
I'm not sure I've
hiding these comments on Twitter.
Okay, I have mentioned them.
They don't want to take accountability for it. They put up a video after me or Jacob Ball.
I haven't sent hate to them directly. It was indirect, saying I will never buy from them. They're a scam and everything like that. There's a possibility I am blocked on Twitter, but there's a possibility I'm not. And while I'm editing this, while I'm working on this, and before I get back to playing God of War while doing so, I am going to see if I'm blocked on Twitter, and I will mention if I am or not in the aftermath. But yeah, anyways, back to this real quick.
And I put out our videos showing that these consoles come to you in awful condition, and they show them refurbishing a Wii. You think that was just a coincidence? No, they don't want to address it. They don't want to actually start refurbishing their consoles. That would hit their profit margins. They rather be unethical, hope that they keep putting out these videos to push our videos down in the algorithm so they can keep lying to customers saying they're fixing these old consoles and they ain't doing jack shit to them.
Again, to people who don't know any better. I've been following this for a year at this point. Actually, getting back to, collecting the old stuff. Fuck. I've mentioned I've got PS1 games, PS2, stuff like that. Even got my Game Boy Advance and Pokemon Yellow back. Because, again, I've been wanting to get back into the 90s, early 2000s, stuff like that. I've been wanting to, again, and it's companies like DK Oldies and everything that can prevent everybody else from doing so. Well, for those who actually know better, at least. For those who don't know any better, they see the DK Oldies and say, "Oh, this is good, I'll buy it. It's all dirty and everything on the inside, or it doesn't work." And yeah, they ignore people like Rich from Review Tech, Jacob R, and I guess me now. And there's also other people I've seen get stuff from them and everything. They ignore those people, buy the stuff anyway, and are disappointed by the condition they're in and everything, if they work at all, at least. And yeah, it's really sad.
They're just, at best, maybe taking a cloth, wiping the top of them, and calling it a day. It's unreal, man, and we're not done with DK Oldies yet. This is Rich from Review Tech USA signing out.
As I stated, earlier he did make a video on DK Oldies. Again, when he mentioned he did in fact get a Nintendo 64. And if they try to do more shit like this, I'm of course gonna make another video on it. Hopefully a shorter one. Cause yeah. But anyways, let's get to the aftermath, shall we? Okay, so it's final thoughts time. What are my final thoughts on DK Oldies? At least for now. I mean, if they were like price gouging things, that's whatever. And if people are stupid enough to buy these things at those prices, they're stupid, but it is what it is. If you want to look for something like that, like if you want to look for a GameCube game, try like V-Stock, Slackers, whatever. Try like local game shops near you first. And if they don't have what you're looking for, go to like eBay or Mercari or even This Is Game Room, which is fairly decently priced, I gotta say. But yeah, and if you don't want to say, if you say, "Ooh, I don't trust eBay," again, there's other places you can look other than DK Oldies, and if that's not good for you, then you're just plain stupid. No sugarcoating it. You're just stupid. And of course, if that was the only problem with DK Oldies, that's whatever. People are stupid enough to buy it, they're stupid. But claiming their stuff is refurbished when clearly it's not, blocking people who have made videos of your products, blocking those people, proving that your stuff's not refurbished, that's a completely different story. And on top of that, hiding and deleting negative comments, but giving, like, people who give positive comments or, like, say positive things about your stuff that they get, and rewarding people for that, that just proves you, one, can't handle criticism, and two, you are fully aware of what you are doing. You are scammers, con artists, and you should be shut down. But yeah, honestly, actually, I haven't checked if they have me blocked yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Be back in a second. Alright, so just checked. They did not block me on Twitter. I'm not blocked on Twitter. So take that as you will. But anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say on DK Oldies for now. Please don't harass them. Don't harass them. They've already had a death threat. Even though, sure, they're scammers and con artists, but a death threat is way too far. And just please don't harass them. Just don't buy anything from them. And yeah, that's all I gotta say on this. Say on them for now, at least. But anyway, I will leave Review Tech USA and Jacob R's channels in the description because it's only fair. And I'll see you in the next video, and it will be a gaming video. So yeah, keep an eye on it for that. But yeah, the reason why this one was so long was because I mean, I could have made multiple videos like 20 plus minutes long. And I could have made multiple videos 20 minutes long, but then I've been like, I was milking DK Oldies like a cow. And I figured that would be way too much work. Especially for multiple videos on one topic, so I decided just make it to one huge long video. And obviously, this was a long video, but yeah, I hope you understood why this video is so long. Don't harass DK Oldies. Don't buy from them. Check out Jacob Arnold's review tech channels in the description below, and see you in the gaming video that's coming next.